Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the studying of the Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra. And as we are already joined with Dr.lim, I would like to welcome him. Namaste.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr.lim.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining. Just to inform you that Rajesh sir is occupied with the retreat for now. So we are hoping he
Yeah.
joins us. But if not, we'll continue with the studying of the
Yeah. I'll
sutra.
continue with this. Yeah.
Yes. So first we'll do our practice of 9 to 0.
Before starting practice, please sit comfortably, keep your back straight, and keep your hands relaxed in any mudra. Remember, one breath in and one breath out is one count. While reverse counting, gently focus on your natural breath. Do not force your breath. At the sound of the bell, begin your practice. Start.
So, just to remind everyone, we are doing the Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra as it is. There is no interpretation or anything of it. This sutra was spoken by Vimalakirti, then got translated by the Tripitaka master Kumarajiva of the later Qin dynasty from Sanskrit to Chinese and translated from Chinese to English by SIF translation team under guidance of Tatuk Dr. Lim Siojin. And then we are doing the chapter 6 of the Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra. We'll be continuing from the verses where we left in the last study session. So here it goes as Nagas, Yakshas and spirits throughout the four continents there is likewise no crowding or constriction. Vimalakirti said, yes, Shariputra, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have a liberation called Achintaya Vimoksha, inconceivable. If a bodhisattva abides in this liberation, he can place the height and the breadth of the Mount Sumeru within a mustard seed without increase or decrease. Mount Sumeru, the king of mountains, remains as it is, and the four heavenly kings and Trayatrimsa Devas are unaware and do not know that they have encountered within do not know that they have entered within. Only those who are to be guided will see Mount Sumeru enter into the mustard seed. This is called the Dharma Paryaya of the inconceivable liberation. Moreover, to place the waters of the four great oceans into a single pore does not disturb the nature of the fish, fireflies, turtles, or crocodiles. Yes, Dr. Lim.
Yeah. So this is very interesting,
Mhm.
Okay. They say you can put the whole Mount Simeru into the. Where is Mount Simeru? Mount Simeru is the center of galaxy. So you look at the galaxy, it look like swastika,
Hmm.
Forearm. Okay. So the arm of the earth is the southern arm. So the east and south in the sutra is not referring to the earth, no. Your earth, your east and south, morning and the morning are opposite direction. It's not referring to that. Okay. Then secondly is that they can put so many things into one area. Okay. Because the space is never a constraint. Okay. So we saw Rajesh here. Okay. Welcome,
Yes,
Rajesh.
morning, doctor. I was just
Yeah.
addressing the new Shunyatis.
Yeah. So that actually, these are the section that are telling us that those who have enlightened, who have achieved Anuttara Samyak Sambuddha, space and time cannot contain them. Yeah.
Because, doctor, here when they use the word inconceivable liberation, people already have so much concepts about liberation that they always have this idea that this is the way
Yeah,
they will liberate. And here it is being shown to us that don't have those ideas. You cannot uh, conceptualize liberation.
cannot, because when you have these ideas, no, it definitely a namarupa.
Exactly.
It do not represent the true one. That's
Hmm.
why Lao Tzu, no, in this outer thing say that if a way can be pointed,
Hmm.
it's
Is
no
no
longer a
more.
way. Yeah. If a name can be named, it's no longer a name. It's the same thing, Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's proceed. Yeah.
Yet the great oceans remain in their original state. The dragons, spirits, nagas, and asuras do not perceive or know that they have entered within, nor are sentient beings harmed in any way. Furthermore, Shariputra, a bodhisattva abiding in the inconceivable liberation can take 3000 great thousandfold worlds like a potter's wheel and place them in the right palm. And if he casts them beyond the countless sandy worlds, the sentient beings within do not perceive or know where they have gone. And when returned to their original place, no one has any thought of movement or transfer, and the worlds remain in their original state. Furthermore, Shariputra, if there are sentient beings who delight in long lifespans in the world and are ready to be guided, the Bodhisattva can expand 7 days to be a single kalpa, so that those sentient beings perceive it as one kalpa. Or if there are sentient beings who do not delight in long lifespans yet are ready to be guided, the Bodhisattva can contract one kalpa to be 7 days, so that those sentient beings perceive it as 7 days. Furthermore, Shariputra, a Bodhisattva abiding in the inconceivable liberation can gather all the adornments of Buddha lands into a single country and display them to sentient beings. I'll take a pause
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, yeah. You see, this is very interesting, Okay. You see, whatever they do, they suddenly doesn't know, that their world have been changed. Okay. And also time is very elastic, Okay. One karpa is a few million years, can be shortened into 7 days. 7 days can be lengthened to be a kappa. You see, when we read the sutra, okay, to become a Buddha is a long path, millions of years and millions of lives before you can become a Buddha, So many people are getting discouraged, It takes us a long time, no. When you are in the state of Bodhidharma, in the state of Bodhisattva, when you enter, this time means nothing to you. So no need to worry that you have to spend so much time to become Buddha. No need to worry. Halfway through, when you realize the thing, the time become meaningless to you. Yeah.
We'll go on to the next slide.
Yeah. So furthermore, to become a millionaire, you have to work for many, many years. Okay. So you should take things lightly, times, and space. Take it lightly. So sometimes we travel like mad through the whole world, That's space. Sometimes we have to endure to a long standing, That's times. So you endure the space and time, then you can be successful.
Hmm.
Okay, let's proceed. Yeah.
Moreover, the Bodhisattva can place the sentient beings of all Buddha lands in the right palm and flying to the 10 directions, display everything without moving from the original place. Furthermore, Shariputra, the utensils and offerings that sentient beings of the 10 directions make to the Buddhas, the Bodhisattva can cause all to be seen through a single pore. Moreover, the sun, no, no, please go back. Moreover, the sun, moon, and stars of all the lands in the 10 directions, the Bodhisattva can make universally visible through a single pore. Furthermore, Shariputra, all the winds of the worlds in the 10 directions, the Bodhisattva can draw into his mouth without harm to his body, and the external trees and plants are not broken. Moreover, When all the worlds in the 10 directions are consumed by fire at the end of a kalpa, the bodhisattva can place all the fires within his belly, and the fire appears as usual but causes no harm. Furthermore, if beneath him there are countless Buddha lands the size of Ganges sands, he can take one Buddha land, lift it upward, passing over the countless worlds as if holding a needle point and lifting a jujube leaf without causing any disturbance. Furthermore, Shariputra, a bodhisattva abiding in the inconceivable liberation, can, through miraculous power, manifest the body of a Buddha. He can manifest the body of a Pratyeka Buddha, a Shravaka, Shakra, or Brahma. He can manifest the body of a worldly ruler or a Chakravarti. And I'll take a pause.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, this sort of liberation of bodhisattva is free. Okay, the world mean nothing to them. Okay, so even the form mean nothing to them. He can be in the form of Buddha, in the form of Patyaka, Buddha, in the form of the what do you call
Shravaka.
yeah, Sravaka, Arhan. It's not an issue for him. Okay, that means the bodhisattva can transform himself to any form, to suit the being.
Hmm.
So you need to be such being to be save you, then he become a being. Okay, you see the Avalokitesvara. Avalokitesvara in the original form is a man,
Mhm.
India. But when come to India, when come to China, China they always associate the compassion with ladies.
Mhm.
Okay, so that the form of bodhisattva in China had transformed into ladies. So is a bodhisattva a man or lady? It doesn't matter. He is free to transform. So we always say that in Buddha's land there's no ladies, no. Actually, there's also no men.
Hmm.
People are free, Why lady? They can form, they can change their form anytime they like, no. Okay. So in the Lotus Sutra, okay, some people say that woman cannot become Buddha. Then there is one female dragon, animal cannot become Buddha. Then see the dragon. Dragon is a animal, celestial dragon. So he transformed into a lady. Now I'm a lady, Okay. Then after he transformed into a man, then she achieved Buddhahood in a place far away, in an instant second, Okay. So that whatever you see, it does not affect those who are enlightened, They are free. So whatever form they may be in the animal form, they may be in the woman's form, they may be in the man's form, They can achieve the enlightenment. Yeah.
And doctor, his manifestation is only and only purely for the welfare of the sentient beings that he vows
Yeah,
to
yeah,
liberate
yeah. He manifests in certain way because of the sentient being.
because of the sentient beings. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to
Okay.
do with themselves. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Next.
Moreover, all the sounds of the worlds in the 10 directions, whether high, medium, or low, he can transform into the sound of the Buddha. He proclaims the sound of impermanence, suffering, emptiness, and non self. And all the various dharmas spoken by the Buddhas of the 10 directions are contained within it, so that all may hear them. Shariputra, I have now briefly spoken of the inconceivable liberation power of the Bodhisattva. If it were spoken in full, it would not be exhausted even over countless kalpas. At that time, Mahakashyapa, hearing the Dharma gate of the Bodhisattva's inconceivable liberation, marveled, saying it had never been encountered before.
Mhm.
He said to Shariputra, "It is like a person displaying many colors before a blind person, which the blind cannot see." All the Shravakas, upon hearing this Dharma gate of the inconceivable liberation, cannot fully comprehend it. It is indeed so. When the wise hear this, who would not generate the mind for Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Why would we ever sever its roots in this Mahayana? It is already like a
Spoiled seed.
spoiled seed. All the Shravakas, upon hearing this Dharma gate of the inconceivable liberation, should wail aloud, their voices shaking the 3000 great thousandfold worlds. All the Bodhisattvas should rejoice greatly and respectfully receive this dharma. If there is a bodhisattva who trusts and understands the dharma gate of the inconceivable liberation, all the host of Maras are powerless against him. When Mahakashyapa spoke these words, 32,000 Devas' sons, all generated the mind of for Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. At that time, Vimalakirti said to Mahakashyapa, Noble One, in the countless Asamkhya worlds of the 10 direction, many who appear as Mara kings are actually bodhisattvas abiding in the inconceivable liberation. Through the power of skillful means to teach and transform sentient beings, they manifest as Mara kings. Furthermore,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'll take a
Correct.
pause.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Furthermore, Mahakashyapa, in the 10 directions, countless bodhisattvas, when approached for alms of hands, feet, ears, nose, head, marrow,
Miro.
flesh, skin, bones, villages, towns, wives, children, servants, elephants, horses, carts, gold, silver, glass, conch shells, agate, coral, amber, pearls, cowrie shells, clothing, or food are in fact bodhisattvas abiding in the inconceivable liberation, who, by the power of skillful means, go to test them, thereby strengthening their resolve. Why is this so? A bodhisattva abiding in the inconceivable liberation possesses power and dignity. Therefore, he can act with forceful pressure to demonstrate to sentient beings. For such difficult matters, ordinary and inferior persons, lacking power and influence, cannot so compel a bodhisattva. It is like a dragon or elephant trampling an ox or donkey could not withstand it. This is called the door of wisdom and skillful means of a bodhisattva abiding in the inconceivable liberation. This was chapter
Yeah.
6.
Okay, doctor.
You see that this bodhisattva is a brahmana, no? You can see they're very rich, no? You have all the jewels, no? 7 kind of jewels, okay? All the houses, all the cut, all the servant, everything, okay? So it's quite different from the Sramana, okay? Now, in a lot of these long sutra, they criticize the, what they call, the Sramana, no? Okay? They criticize this, what they call, this, the Sramana, the one who listen and practice.
Hmm. The Shravaka.
Okay, the Sravaka. Okay, why they comment on that? Because many Sravaka, if they don't change, eventually they are corrupted.
Use the word
You can
spoiled
see
seed.
today, yeah,
The
they're
spoiled
spoiled.
seed.
They're spoiled the seed. Yeah, you look at today, the Sravaka country, Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand. They
Hmm.
share a few characteristics.
Hmm.
First, they are very poor.
Hmm.
They're very poor. This is the thing. There's
Hmm.
the poor in thing is one thing.
Hmm.
Then you look at those who are this one. Take in the Brahmana one,
Hmm.
China, Japan, even India to some extent, it's much richer than them.
Correct.
Yeah. Secondly, is that those Ramana, they use a lot of false fact.
Hmm.
A lot of they say that they claim that Asoka sent the prince to them. Now, if Asoka sent the prince to them, then they must have some what do you call relics or artifacts, no?
Hmm.
Trace back to Asoka's time. No, there's no relic and no artifact at all. How can a prince go without artifacts?
Hmm.
Even Brahmana go to China also bring many artifacts there. No?
Ah, yeah, so much.
So the artifacts in Sri Lanka, they found out a lot is in Andhra Pradesh, in this Telangana. They may be a prince going there, but it's not from Asoka. Maybe from the southern India. Southern India also sent a lot of prince to Southeast
Many,
Asia,
many.
Many, okay, to exert the political influence. Okay, these are thing. Okay, then there is a lot of overclaim. Okay, the first claim that they are this thing. The second claim is that all the sutra are memorized by memory.
Hmm.
and passed now by memory. That is totally out, How can a sutra as many as a library and passed down by memory? We have played a game of a Chinese whisper. About 30 people, Okay, so we say something to the first one. So he repeat to the second one. He repeat, my goodness, when come a third one, no, the whole simple sentence is already what do you call?
Distorted.
Distorted beyond recollection, This is very famous. I think everybody have played
Yeah.
this game before. Within how many? 10 minutes, 20 minutes? No, the thing already
Yes.
distorted. Then a whole library of sutra passed on my memory. He didn't know. How can it be possible? Okay, so in the preface of
Ekottara
Ekatara
Agama.
Agamas, even
Mahakashyapa tells Ananda.
Mahakasapa said that his memory is no good,
Hmm.
So he cannot compile the sutra. Then what do you call Ananda says sometimes he cannot remember, where Buddha said the sutra. Then the Kasapa said, if you cannot remember, just say that it's in Sravaka. To that
Shravasti.
extent,
Ah.
Sravasti, yeah. Then how can the whole sutra? You come down the name, the place also cannot remember. Then how to remember the whole sutra? That is totally out because the problem is that they are very poor in the literacy.
Ah.
They're very poor in the literacy. Then long sutra is not suitable for them. Long sutra need a high literacy to understand. Okay, so they only go for very low. Agamas, you don't need a lot of literacy. Okay, then they also want many of them committed to memory. When you're illiterate, how to teach you? You memorize everything, Okay, so that the teacher doesn't need any books, Okay, so for memory, that may be true. But to say the pass down the sutra by memory is totally out. Cannot be, Even during the Buddha's time, you remember? One monk said that Buddha said that they can have sex with the nun, So when people refuse you, he said, let's go to Buddha. In front of Buddha, he also said the same thing to Buddha. You have said that, Buddha just asked him, where is the record? Show me, That means they must have write it down,
Then he calls
Sometimes in the
Upali.
many people say, oh, Dr.lim see this, Dr.lim say that. I tell you, where is the record?
Yeah.
You cannot simply say, We simply say it's very risky, Everybody say, oh, Dr.lim said that, or Dr.lim instruct that, So in the extent, when there is no written instruction, my instruction is not and white. So the same thing with sutra, there must be this thing. So in one sutra, I think section 33, okay, there's one sect, they are asked not to kill a mosquito, not to kill ant. They are practice ahimsa. But when the master died, two group following each other, they're killing each other. They don't kill us. They don't kill a mosquito. They don't kill what do you call
And
an ant. But they're killing each other because the teaching is not recorded down. Then everyone you can interpret. Hey, the boss said this, the master said that. Okay, you say A, the other people say B, Then if there's no record, then how? Which one is right? Which one is right? Okay. Yeah, be very careful, The same in religion, Okay. The original text is there. Then there's a lot of texts by those guru, Be careful with all these texts, Some of them is not referring to the true fact. So we have to be very careful about that. Yeah,
so,
I
Doctor,
think we
we are
see
no
whether any
questions.
question or not. Yeah,
No,
any
no
question?
questions. We are on time. We will see you
On
at
time.
the Shangalun. We are
Yeah.
going to study 2
Yes,
hours today. Yeah.
Yeah. See you then.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yes. So, Dhruv, today you managed to pull it off well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So that was it for today's study session, and we'll continue from the chapter 7 tomorrow. And hope you all keep studying the Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra, as you have to study it again and again to get that understanding of it. But see you all tomorrow at the same time for the studying of the sutra. Bye bye.